Hey everybody, it's Dajaway here with another episode in my Game Block Decoded series. Today I'll be looking at the Master Block, or the Weather Machine, or whatever you guys want to call it. Some of it's pretty easy. Most of you know how to use it to change the weather or the sky. If you don't, I will show you how to do that real quickly. To change the sky, all you need to do is put in a color and then have something activate it, right? So either a button or something else. Most of you will just add a color to the sky itself, but if you wanted to change it halfway through or make it look like it was like the day was changing, so going from yellow to black or whatever. Anyway, so more importantly, what the Master Block can do is change your water. So typically this little guy down here, right, is water. So, and that just makes your water act like water, right? Rocks don't sink for some reason, but metal sinks, wood floats, and rocks, if you add mass to them, they will sink, which is what I think I've done here. Yeah, usually that's on one. Now, what you can do with that, between Iswater and Ismagma, I don't notice a lot of difference, maybe a little bit slower on the floating, but other than that, I don't notice a heck of a lot. Isjelly is probably the most dramatic, it's the most fun, and let's see if I can get my guy to go over there. I set this up this way because I was testing something else out. I usually don't have the turn set up this way. So you can see you bounce and bounce and bounce, and you can change the color to green if you wanted to make it look like jelly. Ismud is kind of another one that I don't really get. Stuff sinks slower and reacts slower to the up and down, but it's really not that dramatic. Air is awesome because it makes everything sink through it. So if you wanted to have an underwater level of some kind, you could do that. Because your guy will just walk into the water and go down in there, or if he puts on a helmet, you can make it change to Air. That way you could go in, and then it would change to normal water on the way out. So Swamp is kind of cool. Things sink very slowly, very, very slowly. If you add mass, it's a little bit faster. And then we're back to Iswater. So hopefully that helps with that. The other parts of this are the fills. So you have to have your max level set to whatever you want the max level to be. And I choose not to drown my guy right now, so I'll put it at 3. Now you'll notice that I have on play the sky is black here. And then when you get to signal fill, which you get from this little button, well, that's the block, but the button itself does fill, and it changes the sky, and it's really the only way you can get it to totally fill all at once when you're using a button, and I'll show you here. So if you use the button, it changes the sky, which then fills that up. Now, in order to do a step fill, you don't need any of that, right? So in order to do a step fill, you could take all of this garbage out, and then you can just put your fill command, copy it, put it up at the top there, and you'll see, right? So it step fills, step fills, step fills, until it's all the way full. Now, the other things that you can do is no drag. So in most levels, if I were to take this out, right, I can drag all these pieces, I can throw myself around, I can throw all these pieces around unless they're frozen. But if you put no drag, pretty self-explanatory, you now can no longer do that, right? So I'm trying to throw all these blocks here, but I can't do it. Pretty simple. So the other things that you can do that I actually had to look myself to do was the no move, free move, no turn, and free turn. Now, this is a little bit weirder, and I'm not quite sure how you would necessarily apply it to a game or a world, but I guess if you had a car... Anyway, I'll show you what it does. So let's do, because my action block my invisible action block here does the same signal fill, which I've just used kind of as for everything. Usually you would want to separate those out into something else, so maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Let's do another custom one that just says no turn. All right. So when you're inside that block, and since I tag everything, all of my heroes get a tag immediately. We'll do it as no turn. And as you can see, we can put that directly in here. So no turn does no turn. Now, what I want you to do is look at this little bad boy right here. Okay, when I start it, it's turning, it's turning, it's turning, and it's going to keep doing that forever. If you go into where the action block is, it will send that signal and it will stop it from turning, as you can see here. Now, you have to set it up a little bit differently if you want it to start turning when your signal is off. I will do that in another video. I will do that on single model signaling, which I'll probably do tomorrow. In any case, what else we got? What else we got? The no turn works on that. You can also do, I'm going to leave the signal the same, but you would want to change it to no move. When you do this, literally, you can't move, right? So I'm trying to go, oh wait, no, that didn't, that's because, all right, mover, let's take all this out. So if I do the mover and then do no move, right, I speed all the way up because I like it. When you go into that action block, right, you can't move. Okay, I'll show you again. So the action block is right over here. And when you go over to this, it's not going to let you move. You can't really get out. You can't do anything unless you had something that said, unless you had a button that basically freed you up to do it. So if I did, let's say, tap, did free move, right? So I'd get stuck, I'd try to get out. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Anyway, I'll go over that in another one. But you could have this do something where it turns off the no move, right? Or you could do a wait. Let's say, do it as that. You'd actually have to do it a little bit differently. You'd have to change the color because it's not really going to let you, it'll let you go like a step at a time every 3.5 seconds, but it's really not going to allow you to do much. So, in any case, I hope that helped. If there's anything else you have a question on in the master block, feel free to leave it in the comments. If I don't know it, you know that I'm going to go research it and figure it out myself. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe in YouTube, and don't forget to bookmark me and follow me in Blocksworld. It's Dajawe, D-A-J-A-W-E. I hope this helped, and as always, like it if you like it.